Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to LA's insane 50 billion transformation for the 2028 Olympics. So this is obviously quite a long way away, and I know LA's hosted Olympics previously, and in my own time I watch a lot of videos when it comes to like engineering of like buildings or cities and stuff, as well as like the history of the Olympics, and I've seen that they've changed it recently, because I think, is there something now about how the Olympics may just be in the US for the foreseeable future, because it saves money, because cities have to spend insane amounts of money, and then say for example the Rio Olympics, they spend all this money and then the buildings, like I think for example the swimming pool that was built for the Rio Olympics, the swimming arena that was built just became derelict and then just wasn't used. So I don't know if there's like now a change in that, because cities have to put forward all this money, and then it's just like, yeah, they put this money forward and then they have nothing to show for it after. I think London done quite a good job of actually using the buildings for things, but even then, a lot of money was spent for it. But I think LA has the infrastructure to a degree when it comes to the Olympics, although spending 50 billion maybe says otherwise. But would that maybe be spent on stuff to do with like transport maybe? Because I mean, a lot of people go to the Olympics. I don't know what the exact numbers are. I'd assume less people travel around the world to see the Olympics than people travel around the world to see like World Cups and stuff, but I don't really know. And also for World Cups, it's not usually in one city, it's spread out around the country. So I don't really know what this is going to be talking about. Maybe this will be just talk about the building of new facilities, or renovation possibly, because I assume LA has some of the infrastructure already. But if that is the case and they're spending 50 billion, that is pretty crazy. But we're going to see what they do, or what they're planning to do. And yeah, let's jump into this reaction and see what the plans are. I rambled a lot in that intro, I don't really know what I was saying.
The Olympic Games are the greatest and most celebrated sporting event in the world, uniting nations and inspiring millions. For any country, hosting the Olympics is both an immense honor and a moment of national pride. Following the stunning spectacle of Paris 2024, the global spotlight now turns to Los Angeles, set to host the Summer Olympics in 2028. Yet behind the grandeur of Olympics lies a sobering truth. Cities like Athens, Rio, and even Tokyo have faced ballooning debts, abandoned venues, and lingering public backlash.
Tokyo had abandoned buildings. How? Tokyo is such a populated city. Surely they'd find use for it.
What begins as a symbol of hope often ends as a financial burden. As LA prepares for its third Olympics, a critical question looms. Will LA 28 become yet another costly chapter in Olympic history? Or will it be a model for how global events can drive lasting, positive change? Today, let's delve into America's $50 billion plan for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, an ambitious and radically different approach that promises not just a spectacular event, but a transformative legacy for the city and its people. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button and like this video, as it's the best way to support this channel.
Here we go.
Historically, the Olympic Games have come with a heavy financial cost.
Yeah.
The 2004 Athens Olympics left Greece with more than $11 billion in debt, contributing to the country's long-term...
And Greece fell apart after that, or money-wise it did anyway. And I think the building that you just showed, is this it after?
Games have come with a heavy financial cost. The 2004
That's this building here. It looks like a different building.
Athens Olympics left Greece with...
Yeah, that's definitely a different building.
With more than $11 billion in debt, contributing to the country's long-term economic woes. The 2008 Beijing Olympics.
This is the first the first one that I remember, and I always just remember it for Usain Bolt. I'll be real, just him doing his thing, because it was 2008, 2012, and 2016 that Usain Bolt was just the top dog. It was this and 2012, because obviously that's the UK, and then after that I didn't really watch the Olympics much until, to be fair, the Paris one that's just gone by. I did actually watch a bit of that because I just got a bit of interest back into it. I don't know what it was, but I just thought, you know what, I'm going to watch this, and I actually enjoyed it to a degree. Obviously there's some very niche sports, but it's pretty cool to see the differences, like different sports that people like are like really good at.
Stunning in spectacle is estimated to have cost over $40 billion.
In 2008, what does that convert to now?
The Rio Olympics in 2016 struggled with unfinished infrastructure and public backlash. as much of the city's post-games development plans were shelved due to budget shortfalls and corruption scandals.
That's just sad.
Even the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, delayed by the COVID-19 pandemic, ended up costing over $13 billion, twice its original budget. The problem often lies in overbuilding. Host cities scramble to construct massive new venues, Olympic villages, and transportation networks within tight deadlines. Many of these structures are abandoned or severely underutilized after the Games, becoming financial burdens rather than community assets. This legacy has left many countries wary of bidding for the Olympics altogether. Having hosted the Olympics in 1932 and 1984, Los Angeles is taking a bold new approach for 2028.
Wait, what? Is that for diving?
And 1984, Los Angeles.
They've got a stadium for diving. What the fuck? That is absurd. Because usually the diving is like in the same arena as the swimmers, right? Wow, that's pretty mad. They've got a whole setup for that.
Is taking a bold new approach for 2028. Rather than building new permanent venues, LA28 will repurpose 40 existing facilities,
makes sense,
supported by temporary or modular structures to reduce costs and accelerate timelines.
Well, to reduce costs, it's still $50 billion.
The Games will be entirely privately funded, with a goal of breaking even or generating a surplus, all without burdening taxpayers.
Oh, that's pretty cool then.
But LA28 is more than a sporting event. It's a citywide transformation. The plan includes revitalized sports venues, a dual-purpose Olympic Village, a modernized Los Angeles International Airport, and the ambitious 28 by 28 transit plan. LA is investing in sustainable mobility and climate-conscious upgrades, reflecting its broader urban development goals. With events spread across iconic venues throughout Los Angeles and its neighboring cities, LA28 will transform the entire region into a dynamic, decentralized Olympic stage.
That's pretty cool.
One designed to be fiscally responsible, environmentally sustainable, and deeply woven into the city's urban landscape. LA28's infrastructure plan focuses on upgrading existing venues to Olympic standards rather than building new ones. The renovation budget is estimated at $1.5 billion, far less than the spending seen in previous host cities. Leading the list is the iconic Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, set to become the first stadium to host 3 Olympic Games. It will serve as the main track and field venue and will undergo a series of targeted upgrades, including enhanced athlete facilities, improved spectator access, upgraded lighting and digital displays, and energy-efficient retrofits to meet modern sustainability standards. Seating areas will be restructured for better sightlines and emergency flow, without compromising the stadium's iconic design. The ultra-modern SoFi Stadium, opened in 2020 as the largest venue in the NFL, will host the opening and closing ceremonies of LA28, and, in an insane twist, also serve as the venue for Olympic swimming.
What?
The stadium will be transformed into the largest Olympic swimming venue in history, with a 50-meter competition pool and a warm-up pool, each holding over 900,000 gallons of water.
Whoa.
The pools will be temporarily covered during the ceremonies, allowing the venue to seamlessly shift between its dual Olympic roles.
That's crazy.
Meanwhile, Crypto.com Arena, home to the LA Lakers and LA Kings, will host gymnastics events. The arena is in the midst of a comprehensive, multi-phase renovation, aimed at enhancing the overall fan experience and modernizing its facilities. LA's newest sports arena, the state-of-the-art Intuit Dome, built with the Olympics in mind and opened in 2024, will welcome basketball during LA28.
Bro, look how hot, look how steep the stadium is. What the hell?
During LA28.
Wait, if it's opened in 2024, why have we not got any images of it now? This is a month ago.
Meanwhile, USC's Galen Center will stage badminton, and the historic Rose Bowl Stadium, a National Historic Landmark opened in 1922, will host football.
Damn.
Beyond the marquee venues, LA28 will activate additional key sites across the region. Dignity Health Sports Park will host rugby and archery, while its adjacent fields in Carson will be transformed into a world-class temporary hockey venue for the Olympics. The Long Beach Arena and Convention Center will welcome skateboarding, BMX freestyle,
Volleyball.
handball, and water polo.
Oh.
The Sepulveda Basin will be converted into a temporary venue for canoe slalom, and the Los Angeles Convention Center will accommodate fencing, table tennis, taekwondo, and boxing.
Damn.
Each of these locations will receive focused enhancements such as advanced scoring systems, optimized lighting, and expanded media areas to meet Olympic standards. Altogether, LA28's stadium strategy proves that Olympic-ready doesn't mean building new, it means building smarter. To house the approximately 16,000 athletes and officials, Los Angeles has chosen University of California, Los Angeles as the site of the Olympic.
What, so they're just going to kick all the students out for a month? Because surely there's some students that still stay here over the summer.
And Paralympic Village. With existing housing capacity for over 16,000 residents, featuring modern dormitories and full campus amenities, UCLA offers a cost-effective and efficient solution. By reusing existing facilities, LA avoids the costly mistakes of past hosts like Rio and Athens, which spent billions on athlete villages that were later abandoned or underutilized. Additionally, temporary Olympic upgrades at UCLA will enhance accessibility, security, and overall comfort, leaving students with an improved residential environment after the games.
Fair. Pretty interesting, though.
As the main
Staying at a university as an athlete. That's pretty wild.
arrival point for international
I like
athletes,
it.
officials, and spectators, Los Angeles International Airport is undergoing one of the most ambitious airport transformations in the country. With a total investment of nearly $30 billion, this modernization
So this is where the actual spend, like the real spend, is coming from.
effort is a critical pillar of LA28's infrastructure strategy. At its heart is the automated people mover, an elevated electric train that will seamlessly connect airport terminals with a rental car center, parking facilities, and the forthcoming LAX Metro Transit Center, which is a $470 million multimodal hub linking the airport directly to the city's rail network. Major upgrades across terminals will add 15 new gates and introduce advanced features such as biometric screening and touchless check-ins. Designed to handle over 100 million passengers annually, these improvements will ensure LAX is equipped to welcome the world in 2028 and well beyond. Traffic congestion has long been a defining frustration in Los Angeles, and the Olympics present both a challenge and an opportunity to address it. Costing an estimated $16 billion, the city's 28 by 28 initiative is one of the most ambitious elements of LA's Olympic infrastructure plan. Launched by LA Metro, it aims to complete 28 major transportation projects before the games begin. These include metro line extensions, new bus corridors, and multimodal hubs, all designed to improve urban mobility, not just for the games, but for decades to come. Key transit projects for LA28 include the $9.3 billion D-Line extension, linking downtown LA to the west side, and the $2 billion K-Line, connecting Inglewood and Crenshaw. Both lines will directly serve Olympic venues and ease travel for spectators and staff. Additionally, Los Angeles is investing $1.2 billion in electric buses and rapid transit upgrades, aiming to double its bus fleet and reduce emissions during the games. More than just Olympic preparation, 28 by 28 is poised to redefine how millions move across Los Angeles for generations to come. LA28's funding is...
I like the fact that most of the spend is actually going into things that will just benefit the people here, and it's not things that are just going to be spent on the games and then forgotten about. And it's also not tax. It's not like people aren't being taxed for it, which is great, to be honest.
Split into two streams: a $6.9 billion operating budget for the games, and over $40 billion in infrastructure investments. The operating costs will be fully covered through private sources, including broadcasting rights, sponsorships, ticket sales, and licensing, with no expected burden on taxpayers.
Damn.
As a safeguard, the City of Los Angeles and the State of California have each pledged up to $250 million in contingency funding. though it's unlikely to be needed. The larger infrastructure spend, covering LAX upgrades, the 28 by 28 transit plan, and venue enhancements, is financed through public investment, capital programs, and growing private sector participation. The public-private partnerships and philanthropic support have helped reduce taxpayer burden, with the Olympics acting as a catalyst to align funding and fast-track citywide improvements. As the world turns its attention to Los Angeles, the 2028 Olympics offer more than a stage for athletic excellence. They present a blueprint for how global events can build lasting value. LA is not racing to impress with flashy new builds, but steadily investing in infrastructure that serves both the games and the generations that follow. Through airport modernization, transit expansion, and adaptive reuse of venues, the city is showing that the Olympics can be catalysts for civic progress. If LA 28 delivers on its promise, it could redefine how host cities approach global events, with discipline, inclusivity, and long-term vision. It may not be the most extravagant games in history, but it could be the most impactful. What are your thoughts on LA's transformation for the...
Pretty interesting stuff. I just find that stuff pretty interesting. Like, it's just cool to know what the sort of the way they're going to go about this, because there's so many situations where it's just led to, again, abandoned buildings, and then obviously in countries like Brazil where obviously people aren't as well off, and then the tax money's going towards building all these facilities that then get abandoned. It's just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, they could have used that for so many other things, and you've just now built these abandoned buildings. So I find this pretty cool that they're actually seemingly going around this the right way. And I think I did see something about how there's possibilities that the Olympics could stay in LA for the foreseeable future or something like that. I don't 100% know, but yeah, quick reminder, 100% of the Olympic venues were accessible without a car in Paris. That's pretty cool, to be fair. The difference in LA versus all other is the infrastructure as far as the venues are already there. The Olympics is actually good for LA in the sense billions of dollars is being poured into public transportation, something LA has been lacking since 1800s to 1920s, when LA had the largest streetcar network in the world. Imagine no Olympics, it'd take decades to build these public transportation networks. But LA has been put on high notice to prove, yeah, fair. They've got a reason to do it, so they're doing it. At least they're doing it. That's the best thing, I guess, you can take from it. I lived here in LA during the '84 Olympics and watched the city rise to the occasion, expecting great things in 2028. Plus, still, a lot of the facilities are crazy. Like, the stadiums are unreal, aren't they? So even though you're like rebuilding stadiums, or like you're renovating, sorry, not rebuilding, you've also got some of the best. What's it called? The SoFi Stadium. Crazy. Probably the most advanced stadium we'll ever see in the world. So yeah, there's still a lot of interesting things to say about this, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. And yeah, what are your thoughts on this? Are you excited for this? Do you care about the Olympics? Maybe not. I mean, to be fair, the World Cup is first, and I assume LA has some games for the World Cup, but I don't 100% know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I subscribe. Peace.